Hello there, and welcome again to 3 Minutes of Truth. Let's look again at the word hope. We have seen that it was the engine of life that kept Peter going. It was the bliss for which Christ died for us. Hope, as well as hopelessness, can impact on our whole sense of well-being. Our lives seem to operate on encouragement or discouragement, which is often guided by hope or hopelessness. I hope that they will see that I am worthy, versus I know they don't think I'm actually worth anything. I'm not worthy. How we often self-talk ourselves into the places of hopelessness because our desires or expectations have not been met. In Acts, Paul had an amazing experience on the road to Damascus, and that changed his life forever. As we know, he met the living Christ, and he went through many trials, and he ended up in prison, after which he was put to death. And yet he said, "For me, to live is Christ, and to die is gain. If I am to go on living in the body, it will be fruitful labor for me. Yet what shall I choose? I do not know. I am torn between the two. I desire to depart and to be with Christ, which is better by far." Now he knew the reality that without doubt there was a place in eternity for him. Paul never wavered from his mission despite what he went through. Now, in reading the New Testament, we repeatedly see the writers expressing their longing for their own inheritance, the hope of glory. Ted Decker again says, "It is time that we begin to hope, really hope, for the incomparable riches that await us. We have to stop being driven from a world that disappoints and start being drawn by the light of glory, like moths towards a fire." Now, what wonderful news is that? And the hope we have to give to those that focus on the pain of this world and help them forget what lies ahead. Yes, there is no doubt that we will go through hard times here. The apostles and disciples accepted their lot in life, the persecution, the beatings, the hardships, all because of the hope that was to come. It was a reality to them. But they knew without a doubt that if they died, they would be with Christ in a far better place. The Passion Translation in 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 9 puts it like this: "Things never discovered or heard of before, things beyond our ability to imagine, these are the many things God has in store for all his lovers." These are verses written by those who were eyewitnesses to the one who came from glory. The thought that the glory they spoke about was beyond our imagination is fairly mind-blowing, to say the least. But God gave us these wonderful imaginations that we have. Have you ever taken time and closed your eyes and imagined what the afterlife might look like? I remember my son actually saying to me, if it means he's going to heaven and he's going to float around on a cloud, then he actually doesn't want to go to heaven. Now, where that concept came from, I'm not sure, but that is not what eternity is like. I challenge you to spend a quiet time alone during your busy day today, and to ask God to reveal to you what heaven might be like. We have no physical clue, but we have the words and excitement of the apostles to help us. Lose yourself in your imagination that God himself has given you. I tell you, it can bring you a lot of joy. And this is Jenny, and this is 3 Minutes of Truth.